And I breathe a sign of relief as my enemies go to sleep. I was drowning in the deep, but not anymore. After days, week over a week of being stalked, of being harassed by this guy called Harmful Opinions, after he made a 3 hour stream about me, making fun of most of my videos. He was searching for the most kind of titles that he can make fun of, anything to do with dating, anything to do with loneliness, anything to do with depression. The video is still out there. The stream is still out there too. Both reported, of course,
Yes.
but this is more than just that. This is more than just that. I have been told an information about this guy that will end his whole career, and I'm so glad that this have finally happened. So, without further ado, after being bullied by this guy, after being bullied for being a small channel, for being a lonely guy who's just out here making gaming videos, making videos about loneliness, about dating, about my subculture, about the music I like, about my spirituality, etc. Being bullied by this son, being bullied by this evil creature, okay? And after everything he said, after all the making fun of he did, even here, he's posting my thumbnail making fun of the video saying, I need to cover some stuff more suited to becoming highlight vids because it's all about money, right? Before I get to this, but it will be pretty great, I feel. Oh, I think you'll never get to make this video. You know why? Because your career is over. And look at the comments. I think he wants to fuck you. The bald head is too powerful. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Even if I was gay, he's definitely not my type. Let's just say it like that. He's definitely not my type. He's the bottom of the barrel. And he's into women. See, he's into women that he cannot have. Oh, seems like I'm hinting at something. You're about to see the proof right there. Anyways, this is his real name, Tim Morrison. Tim Morrison. It says I am harmful opinions on YouTube. Now, whether this is his real government name or not, I do not know that. There's no way of me finding out. This is just the top of the iceberg, right? Tip of the iceberg. And let's just remind ourselves real quick what this idiot said about me before we get to reading this, okay? Before we get to reading the DMs. Just listen to this real quick, okay?
You have the ultimate knowledge. If you absolutely cannot get a woman no matter how hard you try, it's not because you're ugly, it's because you don't have a soul and are like a subhuman golem.
Uh, a lot of, see, means a lot coming from a sex offender, doesn't it, Tim Morrison? Sex offender, yeah. So, this girl over here, she told me that everything she said over here I can use. As a matter of fact, she wants me to use it. She wants me to make a video about this predator, right? She wants her name to be seen. I said I can black out your name, your picture, and everything. She said she actually wants it to be seen. So let's start with the reading. Hello, sorry for adding you randomly, but I have some information that you might want to know. I am a former viewer of Harmful Opinions. I used to be on friendly terms with him, but I feel he kinda started to become overbearing once he learned that I am female. No one on YouTube is talking about the stuff he does because most are afraid of his crimes. Recently, a friend of mine told me that you were actually speaking up about what type of a person he is, and that gave me hope. I have undeniable proof that Harmful Opinions is a sexual offender, as well as some other DMs you might want to see. I said, sure, I would like to expose that bastard. I can't swear in this video. I really want this video to stay up, so yeah. Anyways, let's continue on. She says, I'm really glad to know someone is finally standing up to him. I am a long-time viewer. I used to hang out in his chat for a long time, and over time I grew closer to him as a friend. Like I said, that all went downhill once he learned that I was a woman and he started crossing some boundaries. I have screen cap of a convo. I said, I see. She said, if you want to see. I said, yeah, show me. She says, this was early on. We had just played a few matches of Fortnite off stream. This doesn't really show his crimes, but you might want to know about it all the same. You probably noticed the weird glasses he tends to wear. Turns out there's some weird history behind that. I didn't even notice really that this guy, and this is in all of his videos, he's wearing this kind of like he's wearing his actual like vision glasses, your typical, you know, glasses, clear lens, and over them he has this like orange overlay, which I didn't notice. Like I literally thought that the light in his room is maybe orangish. I didn't pay too much attention to I didn't pay too much attention really to him in the corner there. Let me just skip this ad real quick. Funny he's making videos about grooming. Funny
I've
he's
been told.
making funny that a serious sex offender is making videos about grooming, right? But as you can see in every video he's wearing those glasses, and it's like in some videos you can see him kind of take it on and off, this kind of overlay that he has over it. And this is the meaning behind it, by the way. So this is the messages between them. I can zoom in a little bit. Can I? Let's just open it in the browser. Hopefully I can zoom in here. Yeah, I can. Good. Man, that Fortnite match was wild. When you died at the end, I thought it was over for sure. Yeah, lol. It would have been fine, but I couldn't find my goggles today. Got an awful headache. Oh, is that what they are for? Yeah, I get terrible headaches without them. You should probably go to a doctor for that, lol. Nah, the doctors can't do anything. It's been going on for a long while, really, ever since I was 4. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Can I ask what causes this? Sure, it's fine. I don't really talk about this because I don't want people to know, since it's kind of a sensitive topic. I had a bit of an accident when my family was moving from New York to Britain. The plane had sudden turbulence and I fell from my seat and hit my head something nasty on the floor. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Ever since then, I've had to wear these orange tinted goggles or I get migraines. I was taking some drug called P3F for it, and for a while it worked, but over time I'd grown kinda addicted to it, so I had to quit cold turkey. Interesting. So this is basically like the reason why he wears those glasses. Basically the overlay over the. As you can see here, see on this. See, you can see he kind of like lifted it up over here.
No joke at all.
You see, like in the corner, it's kind of like overlay he has to wear. I guess when he looks at the computer screen, he has to wear it because the eyes get too strained. There's something about that, you know, the monitor frequency being, I don't know, a certain whatever 60 FPS or what, I don't know. But yeah, let's continue on. This is back when we were on friendly terms. I think at one point he tried suggesting we become something more, and at the time I ignored it, thinking he was just joking, but over time he became more aggressive. I said, hell, sounds like a Marvel Universe villain origin story. She says, I think he wanted to cheat on his girlfriend with me. Here's the screen cap. Hey baby, what's up? Say flirting. And you can see the dates. You see the previous one was like in like July. This is like in September. Hey baby, what's up? She says, oh hi. Did you enjoy today's stream? Yeah, you know I love Limbo of the Lost, lol. How would you like the opportunity to become a bigger fan? She says, oh, what exactly do you mean? He says, I think you know what I'm implying. She says, I'm not really sure, lol. I don't think she'll be very happy about you saying stuff like that, lol. And then she posts a picture of his girlfriend that we saw on Twitter, right? Like she wouldn't be too happy about it, blah blah. He says, she doesn't have to know. Don't be such a fucking cocktease. See, he's calling her a cocktease. He's the one flirting with her. She didn't flirt with him. At least not from what we saw so far, right? So literally he wanted to cheat on his ugly girlfriend. Now look at these guys. Now look at fucking this. Look at this. Just in case you want some hard proof that he is a sexual offender, I have him straight up admitting to it on video. Okay, watch this fucking video now. Let me make sure the volume is up. If the volume is not enough, fucking, I don't know, increase it, or I can send you this video. I'm keeping all this. Like, I'm keeping all this documentation, by the way. Even if he deletes this video that I make now, it will be on Rumble, it will be on Vimeo, it will be on my friend's channel, it will be on Sock Puppet accounts, it will be uploaded to a bunch of places and he won't be able to take them all down. Let's just say it like that, but let's see this video.
I'm very sorry, but obviously you can't record in the centre.
You don't have streaming allowed.
Nothing. It's a private property, so yeah.
Yeah, you can say I'm happy to go when you're saying like.
Well, let me show it again. The volume was kind of down. So basically, he's in this like open area. It's kind of like an open mall or something. You have shops from both sides. It's kind of like one of those places. And he's talking to a security guard. Security guard is telling him he must not be recording. And you'll see what the reason he says why he's recording.
I'm very sorry, but obviously you can't record in the centre.
You don't have streaming allowed.
Nothing. It's a private property, so yeah.
Yeah, you can say I'm happy to go when you're saying like. I didn't
fine.
realise.
We're not asking if you leave. We're just asking you can't record in the centre.
Oh, I can't turn it off because I'm a sex offender and I have to have it on constantly.
So you have to have it on.
Yeah.
Literally hit me. I'm gonna play it again. If anybody wants me to fucking upload this video separately, whatever, like, dude, like this is proof.
I'm a sex offender and I have a sex offender off because I'm a sex offender and I have to have it on constantly.
So you have to have it on.
Yeah.
He's a sex offender, and when he goes in public places like this, he has to be on camera 24/7. Well, basically, while he's outside, he has to be on camera because he's a registered sex offender. And problem with the UK, in the USA, you can easily search up the name, because the records are public. In the UK, you have to be some kind of like, I don't know, like you have to have like a good reason why you want to know if somebody is a sex offender. You can still find out. I think I can ask that lawyer contact if I really wanted to. He could probably check for me, but I mean the proof is right there, right? I said LOL so weird, he's a complete lunatic. She says it gets worse. I'm honestly kinda afraid to say this since it happened recently, and I am still literally shaking from this. Back in early December, there was an event he organized. It was like a get together for his viewers. The event was called JebCon. I am not really into public events since I am not good with crowds, but he and some people I thought were quote unquote friends convinced me to attend. I really fucking wish I hadn't. Because when I went to the restroom during the event, that fucking creep assaulted me. I regret that I didn't record it or I would have already had him arrested. I talked to him about it afterwards. I just blocked him and haven't talked to him since. And this is the problem, guys. This is the fucking problem, guys. To get a sex offender actually imprisoned, it's more difficult than it seems. You really need hard evidence. Hearsay doesn't really work, etc. But we have, evidence here, basically him admitting it, right? She says, what did, and you can see this is the, okay, so this is like the 23rd of December last year, very recent. Wait, were we looking at the dates all wrong before? Because oh my god, like the European and American dates are opposite. No, I was looking at right. So this was July, yeah, July, and this was December, yeah. So this is very recent, right? So what the actual fuck was that? He said, "Look, I'm sorry." She says that was not fucking cool. I told you the shit I have been through. I genuinely trusted you, even when you started being all creepy toward me, you psychopath. You are total bullshit artist. He says, I'm really fucking sorry. I can't believe I did it myself. Please understand. I just thought you and I had something. I don't think my girlfriend is the right one for me. And honestly, I found out she's been talking to WPC behind my back. She apologized for it and said she would stop, but I just can't trust her anymore, honestly, especially since I know what WPC does and that he's kind of the ladies' man. What more can a poor boy do? So WPC is this black guy. I'm gonna show you his picture as well. Is this guy that's been kind of hanging around his girlfriend, and he doesn't know for sure if his girlfriend is cheating on him, but he kind of knows that she really is, because the guy WPC, he's some kind of a ladies man, whatever. I mean, when a random guy is hanging around your wife and being too kind of close to her, you kind of know what's going on. So he kind of already knows that she's cheating on him. Literally, when I made my video, when I compared him to Destiny, I was more so saying it as an insult, because usually, but see, that's the character archetype. These people that bully people like me, they are usually cocks. They are usually weirdos. They are usually fucking sex offenders, pedos, all this shit. And it ended up all being true. It all ended up being true. He's being cocked, right? She says, I don't give a flying fuck if your girlfriend was cheating on you with some black guy. You assaulted me. You know I am not good with people, and still I trusted you and came to JebCon because you said I should. Let's continue on. Uh, there's more. Look, once again, I am really, really fucking sorry. I am truly disappointed with myself. I've just been in a really bad headspace. You know, I have always tried to be candid, which, take a look at this, guys, though. When he said, you know, I always try to be candid with you. And it says candid, and then it has the TM, like the trademark, like when you have, like, I don't know, McDonald's TM, like trademark. Like, this is fucking weird. And I ask her, what the fuck is this shit, right? And then I found out he was on an app called Candid. It was some alternative to YouTube. He went on there back in 2017, and I don't know the full story. She said it's too long of a story, anyways, and she doesn't even know much about it because she started watching him in 2018. But yeah, like, he was doing some weird shit on there too. So some other YouTubers probably made maybe they know more about it. I don't know anything, but it was an app. So I just find it weird that do you know what I'm saying? I just find it weird, in a random sentence he spells like candid, like, I try to be candid with you. He spells it with a capital and a TM, like, what is he talking about? The app, it's a double meaning. It's some weird shit going on here. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, he says, you know, I always have tried to be candid with you. I am just really overwhelmed right now. I beg you not to tell anyone, and I promise that I will do better. She says, I just have no words for this. I've been your biggest fan, even while you were homeless. Even when you came out and admitted you were a sex offender. I just can't believe it. I'm so fucking stupid for trusting you, even after what everyone else told me. Don't fucking ever contact me again. Wow, this just gets worse and worse. It says, wow, like, this rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper. What is that candid thing he mentioned? I saw that word in connection with him on Google. I know it's something he got. I know it's something he got banned for back in 2017. She says that's honestly a whole another story. You might have trouble believing that with how ridiculous it gets. I'm not too in the know since I only started watching around 2018. However, to the best of my knowledge, Candid was something similar to Twitter, like a social media site. Oh, okay. I think he got banned for inappropriate behavior. Yeah, he got banned in 2017. That's something I could find about him, but I couldn't find anything else. He got banned for inappropriate behavior. He would get his followers to harass other people. That's what he's been doing it to me for over a week now. And it even got so deranged that some of his viewers used to say some pretty cult-ish shit, like thinking he was a god or some shit. I will show you more of the conversations I have had with him, but there are some private details in there that I don't want to share. I understand you will most likely use this in an expose type video, and I would rather my personal details not be out there for everyone to see. I hope you understand. You can use the stuff I sent you though if you want. I said I can blur out your username and all that, obviously, and if you have any DMs with personal info, you can black it out, like no names, no addresses, etc. She said, no, don't really have to. His viewers already know who I am. Most of the stuff is just generic banter. I said, okay, so I can use it as it is, blah, blah. She says, I really wanted you to see these specific images, though. I think they really show his true character. So I said, so I use it, so I can use it as it is. She says, by all means, I hope more people learn what shit he gets up to. I actually kind of want him to know it was me. I said, okay, sure. How come you didn't try exposing him before? There are big channels out there that would have loved to do it. She says, I honestly wanted to contact the police at first, but like I said, I didn't record the shit that happened at JebCon, the assault, so I couldn't do much. I said, right, do you know his full name? Which I later on I found out his name, as you know, Tim Morrison. Where is it? Tim Morrison is his real name. If that's his real name, I don't know. That's the name he put on this fucking SoundCloud account, and says some harmful opinions. So it, everybody's mentioning his first name. I don't know if Tim Morrison is his full name. Judging by how he's not very smart. You're never really supposed to put your full name online, but he's not very smart, so who knows, right? Who knows? So use that for what you will. But anyways, so yeah, I asked, do you know his full name? She said, I tried searching out a few other YouTubers. I tried reaching out a few other YouTubers, but most ignore me. I didn't really care much. I think you already had it. You mentioned it in your last video. See, I mentioned the name. I just said Tim Spencer because I know his name is Tim. And since he looked like a dork, I just kind of wanted to make up a name for him, like Tim Spencer, whatever. But I couldn't find. But now I know it's Tim Morrison, though. I said I just know his first name is Tim, and I wanted to troll him by calling him Tim Spencer. It sounded like a dork type name. She said, I mean, yeah, lol. She said, I don't know too much about him, but I do know the guy. I do know the guy. His girlfriend was cheating on him. That WP something guy. What was his name? WPM, whatever. Right. So I said I literally wanted to search up his name in the police records. She says, cheating might be too strong a word. I don't know. I don't know how far it went. The guy called WPC. Yeah, WPC. She said, I got a picture of him actually. He was at JebCon too. Give me a second. You will want to see this. And then I said, so basically everything I said in my video ended up being true. So this is the picture of WPC. I said, so this is the guy banging his girlfriend? LOL figures. She says, I don't know if they ever did it. He only told me he caught her or whatever. It's in the DMs I sent you. Yeah, we saw that. He probably wouldn't share too much since it's embarrassing. Give me a second. Then I said, cocks always end up exposing themselves in the end every single time. She says, this is them, by the way. So this is WPC. Let's zoom in. This is WPC, and this is that same chick from before, but blonde hair this time, blonde hair. And she says, this is around September, I think, back when she had blonde hair, like early September. I said, LOL, and he was expecting me to be jealous of that? Wow. He said, yeah, he's pretty fucking insecure. I hope he doesn't try to false flag your video when you make it. I said, honestly, even King Cobra JFS's girlfriend is more feminine than this. And yeah, basically, we talked about how I'm gonna upload the video and all this stuff. She said, blah blah. She says, I really wanna see more people calling him out. I hope to see the video on him soon. Honestly, maybe more people will have the guts to call him out on his bullshit then. I said, yeah, I will make a video later tonight. His career is over. She says, I sure hope so. I can't stand to see that guy's face. Feel free to use all the stuff I sent you. I said, thank you for providing the evidence. That is it, guys. That is it. And I mean, what else do you expect from a guy like that? Again, let's remind ourselves what he said about me, right?
Have the ultimate knowledge. If you absolutely cannot get a woman no matter how hard you try, it's not because you're ugly, it's because you don't have a soul and are like a subhuman golem.
And that's why you have to sexually assault women, because you don't have a soul. Okay, got it. Okay, noted, right? And then let's listen to this. As I said in the previous video, you'll see. Okay, let's watch this real quick.
in life and what is a want, you know?
The space prison demo was
Oh
sick.
my fucking god, the Space
know,
Prison demo. I don't give a
let's-
fuck about
Some
it.
of us were getting laid at 14. I'm amongst that number.
Look, he started fucking at 14. And even though he says the girl was also 14, as I explained in that video, and there is psychology behind this, you know, um, a lot of those people who end up doing sexual things like that early, they usually end up being attracted to minors because that's their first experience. Their first experience was with a minor. That's the mental image they will have in their head, etc. It's like, you know how they say, oh, when you watch porn, your brain chemistry changes, or etc., blah, blah. It's the same thing with that. It's the same thing with sex. It changes your brain chemistry. You do it too early, it messes up something with you. That's why a lot of those porn stars, you see a lot of those female porn stars when they ask them, when was your first time? They usually say 14, 13. It's always some really very early age, and it's usually like with an older guy, with like a guy who was like 18, 20, whatever. It's weird shit, and that makes them promiscuous. It's like their brain chemistry completely changes. It's the same thing if you start smoking at 13. You will be more addicted than a guy that starts smoking at 21. If you start alcohol early on, etc. Like, the proof is there in the pudding. I mean, you got full fucking 3 hour stream of him to watch, of him exposing himself for fucking at 14, you know? He's the one that started at 14, motherfucker.
Let's look at it like this.
Seeing like the start. And somebody in the comments even like basically told him like how he's a pedo. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, and let's remind ourselves, where is that video? Okay, let's remind ourselves how, oh, fucking ads suck me. Um See, let's remind ourselves about this Christian guy who was saying shit about me, how he can't feel sorry for me if I deleted myself, saying all this shit about me. Well, Christ cock boy, you are supporting a sex offender. I hope you're proud of yourself, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, John Wayne Gacy, born again Christian, Jeffrey Dahmer, born again Christian, um, you know, I forgot who else, was, plenty of these serial killers and whatever. Yeah, Son of Sam, born again Christian. Christians don't have a good reputation. Let's just say it like that. Yeah, all these people that were attacking me. And by the way, I saw this Topi guy, who's happy that I Minecraft, who's happy that I deleted myself, right? I saw him on Freedom Masado's videos, by the way, like saying to Freedom Masado, I'm gonna miss you, blah blah. Okay, keep that in mind. This is the guy. Anyways, yeah, all of these idiots saying shit about me, you know? So basically that's it. You know the truth about him. And if a bigger YouTuber who can maybe even hire a private investigator or somebody who can go to the actual records and I don't know, check out this guy's name in the records of sexual offenders, you know, Tim Morrison, you know, find, I really wonder what kind of a offense did he do? And was it with an adult or was it with a minor? And I sure as hell kind of have a feeling that probably it was with a minor. This is his girlfriend right here. See, there was even somebody making fun of her looks. British teeth, Indian soul. This looks like what would happen if Ozzy Osbourne had an incestuous relationship with his daughter Kelly. So imagine somebody's literally making fun of your girlfriend's picture and you don't react to it at all. And somebody's comparing her to Jeff the Killer. So literally, like, you gonna let somebody make fun of your girlfriend? That just shows you everything you need to fucking know. That just shows you everything you need to fucking know. And that's why, he's cheating on her because from the start he didn't even care. He wanted somebody younger. He wanted like a fangirl, some anime e-girl, That's what he wanted. Oh, the guy's a complete weirdo. Anyways, thank you for watching. As you see, the pedos always end up exposing themselves. I praise the people who were there for me all this time when I was depressed, when I was going through all this shit, all the people who were there for me, all the people who sent me, supporting messages on my Discord and on my Instagram and on my videos. You guys are fucking awesome. And we're gonna completely bury this guy's whole career, and we will not stop until he deletes his whole channel. We will not stop until he deletes his whole effing channel. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. There will be some more wrestling episodes. Episode 3 is basically being edited as we speak. And expect more gaming videos, more spirituality videos, and my usual type stuff. Thank you all. This shit has really healed my soul. I tell you that much. Goodbye.
Mankind.
I'm very
All right.
sorry, but obviously you can't record in the centre.
You don't have streaming allowed.
Nothing. It's a private property, so yeah.
Yeah, you didn't say. I'm happy to go when you're saying like.
That's
I didn't
fine.
realise.
We're not asking if you leave. We're just asking you can't record in the centre.
Oh, I can't turn it off because I'm a sex offender and I have to have it on constantly.
Also, so you have to have it on.
Yeah.